Well, she didn't tell me she was going to put it on the radio. But now it's working. Put braces on my teeth this year. I have worn my retainer over the last 30 years.
And that did some.
Yeah. But would you like to try one?
Oh, I definitely do.
Okay, what are your favorites? Yes.
Oh, that would be a good idea because we're going to have so much. I don't want to get full.
Okay. The American name for it. Here it's a tomate. A red tomato is a jitomate, J-I-T-O-M-A-T-E. Oh my God. So good.
Jeff, what
That's
that's
just. Oh yeah.
Well, that's
Okay, stir it. So good. There's so many things I should do. I wanted to watch this taste what the president. They're cured. They already have, they've been salted. They change it in various waters. And they say that if you finally end up cooking them with the peel from the tomatillo, that peel is good for reducing the slime from the cactus. Really, really good stuff. Now, what they're doing, they have a great big piece of chocolate, one of the round balls, and she's just making the chocolate soft so it melts. This chocolate is going to have cinnamon, it's going to have a lot of other things that you don't normally get in a processed chocolate that you use for hot. Forget that.
Do you know what these things are that are on the stove here?
They're like what we had back there. Yeah, the little grease and beans.
But what are these sauces?
Oh, well, one's black beans, frijoles in mole. It's a ¿cuál mole? That's the black mole.
And this?
And that's probably café de olla. See? Which is the olla. Which is, you'll be offered that a great deal for breakfast as well, which is very strong coffee, and you put in a piece of soft bark canela, cinnamon, and a piece of the piloncillo, one of the piloncillo cones, and you just let that bubble and boil, and you get black, dark, sweet coffee with a hint of cinnamon. It's good. No, on a full-time basis, never. I'm sorry, winter, this is I've gotten Mexicanized, and this winter has been our worst winter,
And it's
and
only
I'm cold.
Really?
Yes, I've gotten
Do you wear gloves?
No,
No
I
gloves.
have to laugh though. When the first year we came here, it was a very, very cold winter, and people were wearing gloves, hats, boots, windbreakers, and my husband was going, "Never going back." This is, they think this is cold, and it's still the same thing.
She doesn't have enough? Can you, for the record, can you tell us what we just purchased?
This
Because
is
we'll
a-
show this video to our friends.
Oh my gosh. Well, this is a very special mole along the lines of a black mole, but it's not a traditional black mole. And the most important part, what makes it so special, is that it has the Xilhuatle chili, Xichualte, or it's also spelled Chihuatle.
Yes.
Xilhuatle. And these are the most expensive Oaxacan chilies there are that you never see here in Mexico City. They never, ever even leave Oaxaca, and they're usually priced at about 400 pesos a kilo, which is $40 for 2 pounds.
Because they're just rare.
They are so important to this particular mole that they make the mole and they don't let it out of Oaxaca.
And how should you gave us a hint about how to prepare this with chicken. Can you tell us that again?
Well, the first thing is that you have to have your chicken ready. You're going to want to poach it. If you're doing whole chicken, you would cut it up into smaller pieces. But for this, I'd recommend boneless chicken breast, 4 to 6 of them, poached in a little, fragrance stock, a little onion, carrot, celery. That's it. No garlic. And then poach them about 3/4 of the way so they're still a little bit
pink
kind
inside.
and then slip them into the reconstituted mole especial.
How do we reconstitute that?
Hopefully you have chicken stock in your fridge, right?
Yes,
or in your freezer.
yes.
And all you would do is put it in a stock pot. This will probably make I think it would make about 1/4
Okay.
of liquid, of good sauce. But try
So is
it.
that almost like a 1-to-1 ratio, as much liquid as mole?
Almost, but you don't want to add all the liquid in at once, and make sure that the liquid is at least lukewarm, that you've warmed it up.
Okay. Can we use the liquid that we poached the chicken in?
Yes, you would.
Okay.
You want something really nice with a good flavor. And then all you do is stick it in the pot, very low heat, and just keep stirring it so that the paste doesn't stick to the bottom.
Yes.
And then just stir, 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 and you'll see it beginning to thicken, to dissolve into the stock, and then add as much stock as you think you would want. You'll see that it can get very, very thick at the beginning with a little stock, and it gets thinner and thinner. I wouldn't go for very thin though, because you want to coat the breast with this sauce.
When does the chicken go back in?
When you're almost sure that you've gotten the consistency of the mole that you want, then you just want to reheat the chicken and to finish cooking it, which I would say would take not more than 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes.
And then you just pour it on, so you don't put the chicken in the sauce and cook it in there.
You can do that as well. There are 2 ways. You can either poach the chicken in the remaining broth, or you can slip it into the mole sauce, and that'll be totally covered. And then garnish with toasted sesame seeds and served over white rice so that you can get the full flavor of the mole sauce. Divine. And
Thank
some
you.
fried plantains and some black beans and
So we tip him.
Okay. This is the real thing? You have coins?
I got money.
Qué bonito tu barco.
Whoops.
She's buying plants.
It says Berlin.
Is 10 pesos too much?
yes, I gave him some already.
Okay.
Okay, done?
Yeah, I just even though they feel soft, they're not as flexible as when they've already been passed over the flame. So you've got, these are just the plain banana leaves and the ones that have already been passed over an open flame. And this is the gentleman who specializes in everything from the Yucatan. So, le vengo por más tamales.